About set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all of those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
We both could get the sense from talking to him this week leading up to today's game, Mike, just the amount of pressure he felt that was on his shoulders. And frankly, in the entire locker room, they need to get their first win. When you study NFL history, starting a season 0-3, not many teams have ever made the playoffs in the Super Bowl era, only 6. So if they want to get a chance to find themselves in the playoff hunt, if they just want to get their season on track, a win today is going to go a long.
Big opening up the middle. Inside the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Now, you talk about being able to flip the field. You won't find many longer runs than this, Mike, that don't end up resulting in a touchdown. He nearly took this all the way. That was incredible.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's not going to get away. They'll stop him back at the 3.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. The extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On play action, Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Tight end going in motion here. Now a handoff running right. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? To throw is Young. Quickly to the outside and complete. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. Second down and 3. Now Young. Still going inside the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to throw, Young. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing is Young. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Seattle. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown and time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second down and 8. off the play fake. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. His 2nd catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a 1st down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bucs have the field goal unit on the field. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Bucs will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now Young. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bucs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Trey Palmer.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's good. For the Buccaneers, first down.
He'll look to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to the air one more time. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To the ground, a first down run. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
He'll drop to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away. He'll go again here from the 10-yard line. Second down and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. Whoa. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On first down is Young. Quick throw here is complete.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Give him 13 on that screenplay and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Young. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw again. First down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really...
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go play action with Young. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Young to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Young. That'll be intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. On play action, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So we're at halftime here in Tampa, and the Buccaneers are in the lead. And we get you across the state to Orlando and check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for a first down.
They'll look to throw. This one finds McConkey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Just a short pickup there on 1st and 5. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
2nd down at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
85. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Young. He'll go right and find his running back. And that's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing is Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the
Here's a 2nd and 6.
at the 33-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll begin here on the ground. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Tight end motioning left. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. He is in. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa. The extra point, up and good. And the Buccaneers will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. And that is incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a give on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal it is a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Now Young. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Young. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw, Young. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point is good, and the Seahawks are able to edge a bit closer.
Seahawks 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Drive will start on the ground, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They send the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
He's taken down at
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Young. This one complete right side. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Young. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Here's Young. His throw left side is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Young. And that ball incomplete over the middle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Young to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Young. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st down, Seahawks.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. They send him right out of the slot. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go. Young. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they...
So here's a 1st and 10 now They'll start from the 24. They'll try the right side this time. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Seahawks 24.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the... Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He was taken down.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. From the gun, it's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out? Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Out of the shotgun, Young. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one.